Major funding for New Jersey Playhouse was provided by the New Jersey State Council on the Arts. Additional funding was provided by the Geraldine R. Dodge Foundation.
You can pick up the paper and read about two old folks decide to act foolish and get married. But don't you worry none about this old hen. Oh, I appreciate that, honey. But I'm just fine. All right. Bye now. Oh, my.
I beg your pardon, ma'am. I didn't mean to barge in.
Well, you didn't. I mean,
I'm called Malin Patterson.
Can I help you, Mr. Patterson?
Well, matter of fact, I'd appreciate it if you would. You have a room to rent, I believe?
Oh, yes. Well, won't you come on in? You have to excuse my manners having you stand out there like the postman.
Oh, that's quite all right, ma'am.
I was on the phone, don't you know, talking to my niece in Connecticut. And, well, to tell you the truth, I wasn't expecting a gentleman at my door. Won't you sit down?
One of the gentlemen from the church, Mr. Holloway.
Oh, Ostel Holloway. He's a mighty nice man.
Well, he informed me that you might have a room to rent.
Well, I do, but I was hoping to let it till lady.
Not Miss,
Frazier's Miss Frazier.
Well, Mrs. Frazier.
Oh, Miss Lydia. Most people call me Miss Lydia. I guess it's kind of a nickname, but they've always called me Miss Lydia.
Then, Miss Lydia, don't you worry about a thing. I mean, about me being a man and all. I can see you keep a Christian home, and I'm going to respect that. Yes, I am. Matter of fact, lots of things I can do to make things a little easier for you, don't you know? I ain't boasting, but I done been everything that a man can be. You know what I mean? Oh, carpenter, blacksmith, even do a little roofing every now and then. Live long enough, a man learns to do lots of things.
Well, I appreciate your offer, Mr. Patterson, but see, I wasn't really looking for nobody to do no work.
Well, I sure ain't one to stand around and watch you doing no lifting and loading. Oh. And I mean that, too. I know Brother Holloway be coming over here once in a while and doing little things around the house to help out, don't you know? He's a fine one for helping out. I know all that, but I mean to pitch in and take some of them worries and concerns off your mind.
He said I was a worryation?
Not to me, did it? Fact is, I just see his truck parked out in front of the house sometimes, and knowing how willing he is to do his part, I just figured he was helping. No, Miss Frazier, I want you to know, I ain't coming in here just to be no roomer. No, sir. When I stay someplace, I share the responsibility. I share the home.
Oh, that's mighty nice of you. You know, you ought to be the one collecting the rent. I mean, most roomers ain't so willing.
Well, I mean, I don't want you to think I'm pushing, Miss Frazier. I mean, I know my place.
Well, I didn't mean it like that. What I meant to say was that most roomers, of course, I never had none before, but I don't suppose they'd be all.
And they don't either. I used to live with Miss Sally Hempstead over on Harrison, and she always said
How is Miss Sally? I haven't seen her.
Passed away. About 2 years ago.
Oh, I didn't know.
Mm-hmm. And before she passed, she told me, Malin, you've been a real pillar to me. She gave that to me. Wanted me to have it. Yes. I lived there with Miss Sally. She treated me with respect, she did. Of course, I was respectful to her right back. And kept a right nice house, too. Eat off the floors if you had a mind to. She kept it that clean, and we got along just fine, don't you know? Of course, folks talked all up and down the avenue, but we didn't pay them no mind.
Talk, Mr. Patterson?
We didn't pay him no mind at all. I want you to have my house when I die, she said. Then come to talk.
Patterson? Patterson?
Oh, yes, ma'am? Oh, I mean, how much will the rent be?
Oh, well, I was thinking about $40 a month, but you see, I really would...
Is that the kitchen right back there?
Yes, but I just wanted a lady.
Miss Frazier, you know you got a loose floorboard back here. And the one you got the rug over?
Mr. Patterson, I hope you won't be put off by what I'm going to say, but you
nothing but a hammer and a few nails, and I got both. As a matter of fact, I could even come back later on today.
Well, now, that's nice. I appreciate it.
Oh, I could wait until Saturday when I move in.
Saturday?
Mm-hmm. No reason for you to be tipping around here to keep from falling when I've got the tools and the time. Now, Saturday ain't too soon, is it now?
Well,
I could wait till Sunday. My room rent where I am is paid till Sunday.
Well, no, I guess Saturday would be all right, Mr. Patterson. The room's just about done up already, and, well, I guess Saturday would be just fine. I mean, well, I had kind of thought you might want to see the room before you. Well, I just thought.
Ain't no need. I see what I see right here. Oh, I must say that I was taken aback a little bit. I mean, all these 3-story buildings over there, and here you sit right squat to the ground. It's almost like you wanted to get just a little bit closer to the things of the world, don't you know? It's a nice place you've got here, Miss Frazier.
Well, there was a fire before we moved in, my husband and I. Wasn't nothing but 1.5 stories still standing. The city was going to tear it down and start all over from the ground up. But Clarence, he said, I can take that place just like it is and make us a fine home. It may not look like them others they putting up, but I believe I can make us a place.
Yeah, everybody needs some place to be, I suppose.
Well, to be truthful, it did take some getting used to all the time looking up at the world.
Well, I got a lot of things to do, don't you know, packing and all, so I think I'll just leave you to yourself for a while.
Yes.
Yeah, so, oh, and about that floorboard, don't you worry nothing about it at all.
Well, yes, Mr. Have a good day, Mr. My goodness. Coming into people's houses, it ain't right. Brother Holloway, Mother Frazier. Oh, just fine, thank you. And you? Well, you have to take better care of yourself. Now, what I want to know is, when you gonna fix that floorboard we've been talking about? Oh, of course, I know that, Brother Holloway. And, well, yes. Oh, I don't mean to be rushing you, but I don't want nobody tripping over that boat and taking me to court. Oh, fine, fine. I'll be here. Oh, Brother Holloway, you there? Well, I want to thank you for speaking up for me. That gentleman you sent over, Mr. Patterson, well, I think you didn't. Malon. That's right, Malon Patterson. Well, I was sure he said that you... Well, could be I was mistaken. But I thought sure he said you told him.
I don't know when you're gonna learn to lock that door. Things ain't like they used to be around here. Dope things running all up and down the avenue, knocking folks in the head. You can't trust nobody.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, I know. That woman that lives next door to that witch I go to on Thursday, she forgot. Left that door wide open. One of them junkies went in there and stole her jewelry, her money, and then he raped her. Yes, he did. Of course, that last part, she ain't said nothing about that. But Thelma, the girl that works for her, she told me. Just keep on leaving that door open. Now, you know that thing ain't never worked worth a tinker's damn. You need a TV.
Sarah.
I'm gonna get me a color TV when my ship comes in. Throat's dry as dust. Need something to cut the phlegm.
I got a nice fresh pitcher of lemonade in the Frigidaire. Did you see that gentleman who was over here a little while ago?
What gentleman? Ain't you got no more of that wine left that Dr. Simmons told you to take?
Well, you keep better track of that wine than I do. He said he wanted to rent my room, but I'd rather have...
Who? What room?
The gentleman.
You don't need no rumors. Besides, I ain't never known a rumor what wouldn't steal.
Well, he seemed right mannerly, he did. Said I still sent him.
Yeah, then I know he's sorry. What's his name?
Patterson. Malon Patterson. I ain't never known nobody named Malon before.
Now, you look here. I know that Malon Patterson. Don't you rent him nothing. You don't need no rumors. And especially none like that old scratcher. Did he try to sell you some cosmetics?
Well, no, he just...
Well, don't you be buying none. Don't do nothing but swell up your lips.
Well, he seemed like such a nice man.
How would you know? You don't do nothing but stay cooped up in this house.
Well, the room was just going to waste. Besides, it might be nice to have some company every now and then.
Oh, so I ain't no company no more. Well, I didn't come over here to stay anyway. I just came to get the key so I could pick up your check at the post office.
Same place it always is.
And this ain't the place to be keeping it neither. Somebody come in here and steal it.
Now, who in the name of common sense would be looking for my postal box key? Honest to goodness, Sarah, sometimes I don't know how your mind works.
Well, if they'll steal your check out of the mailbox, you know they'll steal your key to get it. Lock the drawer.
Can the gentleman enter?
If you can find one, send him over.
Well, good gracious alive. I come over here to see one lady and the Lord blessed me with two.
Come right on in, Brother Holloway. Don't pay Sarah no mind. I made you a pot of tea. I know you don't like nothing cold.
And that's another one you gotta watch. Middle of the summer, and he wants hot tea.
See, I likes my tea like I likes my women.
Oh, get out of my face, fool. And what in the name of sense made you tell that old Malon Patterson she had a room to rent?
Me? Well, I ain't tell him nothing. I ain't even seen him. Not for 3-4 years, I ain't.
Who?
Oh, Sarah was just mentioning.
That old Malon Patterson told that lie.
He said you told him I was looking for a room.
Must have been my shadow. I don't know if I didn't recognize him anymore. Been so long.
Well, now, why would he say something if it wasn't so? You didn't just forget now, did you, Estelle?
You don't forget a man like Malon Patterson. He'd steal an egg right out of the cake, he would.
Everybody home?
Mr. Patterson.
The door was open. I knocked, but I guess you didn't hear me.
Well, oh, Sarah. Sarah Williams, I'd like you to meet Mr. Malon Patterson.
I told you I knew him.
Well, I'll be doggone. And they say it's a small world.
Too small, if you ask me. Remember what I told you, you hear?
Sarah can be right funny acting sometime. I don't think she mean no harm. Won't you have a seat?
Well, actually, I brought my tools. I figured since I wasn't doing nothing, I might just as well fix that place back there in the kitchen.
Well, I'm mighty glad you did, but Brother Holloway was in the
Well,
neighborhood.
if this don't beat all, should have known you'd be here. Any place you find a comely lady, you're bound to find old Estelle Holloway.
Well, seemed to me you got that hind part forward. You the ladies' man.
Oh.
Ah, I want to take care of that. Oh, stick in the mud. Doggone if you don't look like $1 million.
How much I owe y'all still for fixing the boat?
Well, I guess that cup of tea just about covers it. Anyway, you the church mother, ain't you? Say a prayer for me. Yeah, last time I seen you was talking about leaving town.
When was that, Estelle? Just when did you see him last? I mean, y'all act like old friends.
Well,
I
about
just
4
wondered.
years ago, wasn't it? Right after Nancy died.
Just about.
I see.